Greetings everybody, Tim Anderson here, aka Renfell. Welcome to the latest episode of the Adventures of Tellamore the Loremaster as we continue through the Lord of the Rings online. Today we're going to be pursuing Book 4, Chapter 5, which is called Hiding in the Dark. This is part of the overall story arc known as Chasing Shadows in the Volume 1 Epic Storyline series. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying everything that's been happening in the Adventures of Tellamore here as we go through. We're currently in the Trollshaws. From here, we're going to be moving on to other places. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get updates for future episodes in this series. And of course, if you like what I produce here, feel free to check out the links below, support via Patreon, pick up a copy of the book Echoes of the Past, which is book 1 of the Saga Lucemia. I'd appreciate all of those. And thanks again for all of your support in advance. But for now, let's jump into this quest. We have the Elfstone from Glorfindel, and we are supposed to take it to these various caves and search for any remnant traces of the lone Nazgul, who is terrorizing the Lone Lands after the other ones were washed away in the Fords of Bruinen. Now there's 3 caves. There's 1 here and 2 up here. If you're doing it solo like I am, you'll be doing it with the Inspiration buff, which only lasts for about 15 minutes. So if you can hurry, it's better to have gone up here and gotten the horse first. That way when you get out of here, you can run up here, use the fast travel down to here, and then fast travel up to here, and then hit those 2. It's very tight doing all 3 of these back to back before the inspiration buff wears off. If you can't, it's not a big deal. We'll show you why. But in the meantime, we're going to jump in, and we're going to go straight into this first cave and see what we can see. Now, because these mobs are slightly lower level, you don't necessarily need the inspiration buff, depending on your makeup. So this Loremaster is an example. I really don't need the inspiration buff, so I can take these out pretty well on my own. They do take a bit. Just giving everybody a taste here. So it's challenging, but not impossible. We're going to go ahead and back up here and use the inspiration buff since they've given it to us. Basically what you want to be doing is you want to be heading deeper in. Every chance you get, just take the path down. Alright, now that you're here, you use the gem. Now, I've dragged it under my hotbar. Make sure you get credit before you try to leave the cave. I've done that before in the past. Ran all the way down, thought I clicked it, didn't wait till I saw the update, and promptly realized that I had worked my way all the way down, then worked my way all the way out, and hadn't actually gotten credit for the update. Now I'm just running out at this point, because I'm basically chasing the inspiration buff. Seeing if I can't get out of here. And up to the next locations before my inspiration buff wears off.
How can I be of service? Megovanen.
North Trollshaws. Alright, now, both of those caves are relatively close to here. I think we can run straight to the entrances, but it's been a while since I've done this, so... Come on. Trees don't want to let me get through. And these are all big trolls, so we're just gonna run. Oh, it's down actually. It's going the wrong way. Alright. Inspiration buff is still on. And once again, we're going as straight down and as far down as we can. I don't know if this is the right way or not. 'Cause there's two branches. I think we just have to go straight instead of right. now I got turned around. Oh, that's the answer. So that's just a big swoop. Out of curiosity. It doesn't say that this is the location. There it is. Okay, got the credit. Let's get out of here. How much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes. Clock is ticking. We might might be able to get to the next cave in time. It's gonna be tight. Should be okay, but it will be tight. Now, it used to be the inspiration buff only had a 10-minute cooldown, but these days it's got a 30-minute cooldown, which makes it somewhat prohibitive to do these back-to-back. There used to be a workaround. I don't know if it still exists. We might get a chance to test it out today. But the old workaround used to be basically just sacrifice yourself and just die, and all you get is you take a hit to your armor and stuff. It's not that big of a deal. And then when you come back, you've got you don't have the debuff anymore, and you can immediately go to the next cave and redo the inspiration buff. Now you will be a little bit weakened because of the the death sickness or whatever they call it, but not that big of a deal. Somewhere around here is that other cave. There it is. I think we got enough time to get down and back. Let's move. Got 1 minute 47 seconds to spare. The clock is tight. All right. It remains dark. So we were able to get all 3 of those done within 15 minutes. Again, it is tight, and you do have to have the horses already grabbed, all your fast travel points already set up, everything already ready to go. But if you have that, you could do these back to back without having to worry about redoing the inspiration buff or any of the cooldowns or anything like that. As you can see, we're going to exit the cave with 37 seconds to spare, and I probably could have shaved a good minute off of that if I hadn't have made a couple stumbles along the way. Now from here, we need to get back to the fast travel point, and we're going to be riding back to Thornhat to turn into Aladdin. Or Eladin, I should say. I always mispronounce his name. Let's see what he has to say about the traces of the Nazgul that we have found in these caves.
Make of Annen.
What do you need?
Thorinhad, please.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'll probably... Let's see here. None of these do me any good. What's the sword look like? I might take the sword just because of the graphic.
Stay a moment.
Alright. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap on the Book 4, Chapter 5. And we're going to be going on to Book 4, Chapter 6 after this. I just realized I was paying attention to the sword and not the quest dialogue. That's the first time I've done that. It's early. I haven't had enough coffee. It's 6:30 in the morning here, my time. So that's my bad. Gotta continue reading the quest lines. We're going to be working on Book 4, Chapter 6 in the next episode, so hopefully you stick around for that. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get updates when I go live with future videos. And of course, if you like what I produce here, make sure to check the links below, support via Patreon, pick up a copy of Echoes of the Past, Book 1 of the Saga of Lucimia, and we will see you in the next episode.